sports physiologist David Sandler. He's an expert in extreme human movement and has studied the world's fastest people. How will Bob compare?
How you doing? Very nice to meet you.
To find out if Bob's superhuman, David will use accelerometers.
Yeah, basically we have a couple different kinds of accelerometers that we're going to place on Bob's hand. And so as Bob goes through the range of motion, we're going to pick up the actual acceleration of his hand and be able to determine velocity from that. We have the ability to measure in thousandths of a second, so hopefully we can catch what's happening. You know, the human eye can't keep up with anything like that. No way.
The data from the sensors will plot a graph based on the movement in Bob's muscles.
I'm picking up a reading now. So.
David will be able to measure exactly how long the entire motion of drawing and firing actually takes. All down to a thousandth of a second.
Ready? And 3, 2, 1, go. Wow. Wow. That was incredible. So what's happening is your hand, when you do that pop, the max acceleration peak registers up here. You reach nearly 10 G of acceleration with your hand. Okay, what that means in normal language is it's incredibly fast.
G stands for the force of gravity on Earth. Fighter pilots are tested to withstand a maximum of 9 Gs, but Bob's muscles, for a fraction of a second, are generating 10 Gs of force. But more incredibly, the results show that Bob can draw, cock, and fire his gun faster than the reaction time in the average human brain.
Human reaction is around 0.2 of a second. The actual action lasted less than 1/10 of a second.
No way. What's that comparable to?
Well, I've actually measured rattlesnakes before, and he is faster than a rattlesnake. Looks like around 0.06 of a second to make the actual movement itself, which is remarkable. I mean, unbelievable speed.
The speed of his movement has amazed the scientists, but now he's about to attempt the impossible.
I'm going to bring the gun up, fire 2 shots, 1 for each target as fast as I can.
Bob wants to prove he has superhuman accuracy by hitting 2 targets faster than the blink of an eye. My name is Daniel Browning Smith, and I am the most flexible man on the planet. Comic book legend Stan Lee has sent me on a mission to discover other superhumans. I've just witnessed a man with the fastest shot in the world.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Not that fast. No, I have not.
Scientist David Sandler measured the speed of Bob's draw.
The actual action lasted less than 1/10 of a second.
No way.
But to prove he's superhuman, Bob will now attempt to hit 2 targets 6 feet apart, faster than the blink of an eye.
So you're going to shoot both of these targets in one movement?
Yeah, I'm going to bring the gun up, fire 2 shots, 1 for each target as fast as I can.
Wow.
And the gun must be cocked and fired for each shot.
Yeah, so you got to cock it, bang,
Cock it.
aim
yeah,
again,
right.
cock it, and bang.
Yep.
Firing the gun once required incredible dexterity. To hit both of these targets at speed while aiming from the hip is a different ballgame.
That was absolutely incredible.
That was amazing.
He just shot
incredible.
2 bullets, and I heard 1 shot, and that was it. And look at the space in between each movement. It's barely even there.
If you don't believe he fired 2 shots, take a look at the raw footage, frame by frame. There's one shot, then the other.
That was phenomenal. 2 shots. I only heard 1. Did you hear another one?
I only heard 1 shot. That is amazing. That is unbelievable.
And even on this graph, the shots even look kind of like 1.
I've never seen anything like this. 2 shots in under 1/10 of a second. A remarkable feat of dexterity and hand-eye control. Just incredible. He is superhuman. I mean, bottom line is he exceeds what every other human on this planet can do. So, you know, by definition, that would make him superhuman.